I want to show you guys, I guess a common sense trick that might not be common sense if you've never done this before. So these are my old brakes. I just put new pads in there. Now you see that these brake pads have a hole in them. See? And the spring that goes in the middle also has a hole in it. It kind of lines like so. Right? You can see it like that. Now when you put this inside your brake caliper, they're over here. These are the green ones, they're new ones. Then you put your pin in here to hold this whole thing together. Putting this otherwise, doing any other way is going to be a horrific experience. Okay, and I back this caliper out all the way out, well, enough so that it fits, because you know these great brake pads are thicker, and I'll adjust them once they pass. But basically at this point, you know, just kind of just put them on. I need two hands and bolt it on. I am planning to upgrade these two hydraulic brakes. I'm not a fan of cable brakes at all, but for now, pads were only $9. So for now, I've finished this season on these pads, and this winter I get better hydraulic brakes and replace. Now the back brake you're going to be replacing more often, because this is where all your weight is, right? That's where all the friction is in the back, and using your back brake the most. You're seldom using the front brake, but it's good to know how to use the front brake, because if your brakes ever fail, not so much something snapping or anything like that, but your pads can stick or something like that, which is what can happen when this brake pads wear out really thin. Drinking a beer. These are whole hops, an IPA I brewed. But anyway, back to the bike. What can happen is, and what did happen, these things will stick, and when you press on your brake pads, when you press on your brakes, the brakes literally don't work. Or they like stick, or they work intermediately, on and off. To be honest with you, I don't think these brakes are really good. Definitely, if you're going to buy a new RAD Runner or any RAD bike, try to get the hydraulic brakes. And if you used it, buy or use it, whatever, you know, upgrade. They're not that expensive. $100 you can get really good brakes. Do your research. I'm going to take my time. Like I said, I'm going to use these brakes to the end of the season, and then over the winter I'm going to get really good brakes, high performance brakes with thicker these rotors, thicker rotors, bigger brakes. We'll see. I have to do the research. I don't know what's out there in the marketplace, but I'm planning to replace not only the brakes, but these rotors as well, much bigger, whatever the maximum is, because really this is a heavy bike. And if you have like what I have right here installed, with more extra weight, whatever you're doing, going trips, that's extra weight in the back. And these, honestly, I don't think these brakes, yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. That's what they put on these bikes, but that's, after a year or two, you should, the brakes, upgrade them. The first thing I would upgrade is this, get rid of this thing. I have it mounted here on the side in case something happens and this breaks, but upgrade to the egg rider. This is version 2. This unlocks all, this has so many options, plus unlocks any limitations from your battery, your controller over here, and your motor, and locks everything, so you're using up to maximum power. It gave my bike a boost of about 20%. Really nice. I mean, even everything faster, and has more torque up hills as well. I mean, it's still a bitch if it's a really, you know, incline, really good, but it's better than before. And on flat surfaces, it just flies. This bike flies now. So get that first. Second, I would upgrade the brakes, which is on my list to do now. But since I got these, might as well wear them on. That after that, these things out of here. Not dealing with cables, adjusting them. Forget that stuff. Yeah. All right, so that's my tip. Cheers.